Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be making a tier list for the worst and the best heroic souls in the game. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are. This is the tier list. Don't mind the ads. I don't have an ad blocker. I'm using incognito right now. But these are the heroic souls, and this is the new one right here. We're going to be going over the best and worst ones and all of that. So, I mean, yeah, let's just get straight into it. So, starting off, we're just gonna go for Blade first. So, Blade has only two abilities, but he is very strong. He does a lot of damage, and he's great. So, I wouldn't put him in F tier, because F is the worst, S is the best. I wouldn't put him in F tier because he's really good. He's definitely not, like, he's usable. You know what I'm saying? He's not the best heroic soul in the game for sure, but here, let me change this to not usable. Uh, he's not usable, but he's really good. I'ma put Blade in B tier. I don't have the icons for these guys because I never unlocked them and I'm too lazy to get them. Sorry about that, but then we have Zero. Zero sucks. Look, I wouldn't say he's not usable because I used him to beat Prophet, right? And he was pretty good. I wouldn't say he's not usable, but he definitely sucks. So I personally, I'll put him in not usable, mostly because, you know, yeah, mm, yeah, I'll put him in D tier for now. Here, I'll change this back to F, but I'll put him in D tier for now. But eh, I'll probably change that later. Then Sovereign going in F tier. Look, Sovereign sucks. Sovereign's terrible. His slame attacks suck. I think he only has two abilities, I think. Two or three. Yeah, I forget. But he's trash. Actually, Zero's going in there too. Because Zero can grab, but you can still get hit. And it'll... Both of these guys glitch you, by the way. So if you ever use them, just know they do glitch you out. Well, I don't know what's after, so we're just gonna go with whoever. We'll go with Celestian. So Celestian, S tier. Celestian has four abilities, which I've made a video on Heroic Souls, I think. I don't know if I showed their abilities off. I'll definitely do that in another video, but I'm kind of stuck with Mangoto for now. But Celestian S tier, he's very strong. He's pretty good for bosses, but he's mostly used for minions, which he's amazing at. So that's going in S tier 100%. Definitely going in S tier. Um, Next up we got Lumina. I think it's his name. Let me check. Lumina, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Lumina. So we got Lumina, F tier. Actually, that's actually going to the highest point of F tier. That, like, Lumina is worse. You know what? No. Lumina is worse than Sovereign and Zero. It is so bad. The healing, I think, is decent, but the damage on his abilities are so unbelievable. Like, they're terrible. Then we got the new guy, the new heroic soul, which is Ronin. I'll put him. He's not good, but he's better than these guys, to be fair. So low key, I'll put him in D tier for now. He's not the worst, that's for sure. He's not the worst, but he's not the best. So for that, he's going in D tier. Now, we're gonna do Summer Elf. Me personally, This is gonna be controversial, but I actually don't. Summer Elf's amazing, but I don't think it deserves S tier, right? I definitely don't think it deserves S tier. That's just me personally, though. I just don't think she deserves S tier. At most A tier for sure. I might change my vote at after, I'll finalize my votes at the end of the video. But Summer Elf's staying A for now. Then we have Prophet. Uh, Prophet's good. He's amazing, but now he's slowly because of Mangoto and Summer Elf. He's kind of out of the meta. Prophet was better than Celestian, but Celestian is now better than Prophet. So I still think he's amazing for playing distance. I just don't think he's A tier anymore. I think he's on par with Blade. Actually, no, Blade's going C tier. Yeah, I like that more. Theros. I used to glaze Theros a lot. If you watched me, you know I glaze Theros. And don't get me wrong, he's amazing. He's still really good. But he's not S tier. I will actually move Summer Elf to S tier. She's better than Celestian. Theros can stay A tier. Summer Elf definitely S tier. Celestian S tier. I think Celestian's on par with Theros. I think Theros is amazing. The only thing that sucks is he doesn't have the Orion upgrades. Like if you go here to Mangoto, she has these upgrades right here. But Celestian does not have those upgrades, which sucks. If Theros had those upgrades, he'd be S tier for sure. But for now, he doesn't. So next up, Midas. Now I made a what? What am I saying? I made a video on Midas not too long ago. Um, his damage is really good. Well, a lot of you disagree with me, but you guys aren't seeing the damage you can do with him. He's pretty good. Not S tier, but he's pretty good. Definitely not S tier. I probably would put him by Prophet, because he's really good, but he's not better in the sense of staying alive. He's more for damage. Now I do think he's better than Prophet, so I'll put him first. He's definitely better than Prophet. He's not better than Theros. Theros has infinite lives if you use them right. Summer Elf has very good healing. Celestian has very good attack speed and attack damage. Prophet is for distance. Midas is for damage. Blade is for damage. Ronin, kind of for damage. Healing. And then distracting, kind of. Or basically, getting yourself killed in game. So, and then the final one, I don't even have to say anything. Just get up there. Better than Summer Elf, better than Celestian. Summer Elf has better healing, for sure, without a doubt. But Mangoto's damage is outrageous. Once I tested her, I saw what people meant by saying she was amazing. Now, with Lootify, when you're testing heroic souls, when you're giving your opinion, you have to test them first. And so I made a video. I'm starting to make videos on heroic souls now, so then you guys kind of know. I did test out Ronin though. He's terrible. I tested him on an alt account. No, he's just not good. He's good for beginners, but he's not good for late in-game players. You know what I mean? I might drop Celestian down just a little bit, just cause Celestian is kind of on par with Theros, but I'm not sure. This is kind of my votes for whatever. What I might do, since Prophet Prophet's out of the meta unless you're playing distance or doing like guild raids, but even then Mangoto is better for that. So actually I'm dropping Prophet down, and low key I think Blade deserves to be higher. Blade is great. He's amazing. You can get him early on in the game too, by the way. You can get he's like the first boss you can like, he's the first heroic soul you'll get, for sure, right? Um, Midas is, Midas has better damage than Blade for sure, or he has better DPS, which is damage per second if you didn't know. But he has better DPS than Blade, but not better than Theros. Blade is not better than Theros. Prophet's slowly becoming worse. Just because, as I said, he's out of the meta. You're not going to really see many people using Prophet anymore. Mangoto, Summer Elf, or Celestian, definitely use those. Preferably use Mangoto, but if you can't get level 50 and you don't have Mangoto, if you have Summer Elf, go for her. If you don't have Summer Elf, go for Celestian, right? You kind of get the gist. If you don't have these two, go for this one, because you can still get him. And you can always still get him, really. Um, Theros, if you guys want infinite lives, by the way, Theros is very good for like staying alive. Celestian's good for damage. So in a way, they're on par. So Celestian and Theros are on par. If you guys want to use Theros, right? He still does amazing damage. Celestian, also very good. So I mean, in the end, it's up to you guys what you want to pick. But this is kind of my tier list. I don't think. Let me see. I think Sovereign is better than Zero. Illumina is better than Zero. And then I think that's good there. I think Sovereign is better than Illumina. I could be wrong though. But the last time I tested Illumina, oh my god, he sucks. It's the worst thing in the game. Um, but I think Zero is definitely the worst. If you guys are looking for like a beginner one, use Ronin. If you can also get Blade. Now since Ronin's Eternal, you can just use him as much as you want. And then you can go for Blade if you don't have them. You know what I mean? It's kind of do whatever you want, really. But this, you don't have to follow my tier list. You have your own opinions. You know, you could think Zero is S tier, but obviously he's not. But you guys get what I mean, right? Um, but yeah, that's my tier list. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, so then you guys have an easier thought process on who you should pick as a heroic soul. Because I know a lot of you guys are wondering if you should pick Celestian, Prophet, Summer Elf, etc. I know you guys are wondering that, so I'm making this video and this tier list because, I want you guys to, maybe stop asking a little bit. I want you guys to kind of have a better understanding of what the heroic souls do, how good they are. You definitely use B and above for sure. Prophet, as I said, use him if you want to play distance. You get what I'm saying? If you want to play distance and kind of have chill gameplay, use Prophet. But everyone else, they're more aggressive. Summer Elf kind of is aggressive. She's kind of chill. No pun intended, because she's quite literally ice. But everyone else is mostly for playing close and damage, which is probably the best thing to do right now in the game. There will be more heroic souls coming out in about 8 hours. I think there's gonna be an update dropping or something like that. So you guys will be seeing this video probably after the season ends, maybe, but I'm not quite sure. I'll make an update on the PvP update, by the way. For those of you guys who didn't see that update came out, I'll be making a video on that. But I've been wanting to get a tier list out for a while now. So, sorry for yapping, by the way. But, that's kind of all I wanted to go over. If you guys liked and enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, And, oh, lag. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.